it's hard to find that, group of girls that I can really trust and that are really gonna clap wholeheartedly for me and be, behind me 100%.
Love, 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 love. Okay, let's do that. A handful more.
Oh, that's so good. That looks so good.
Really strong.
Yes.
I think that Lars says that girl, she's like, you're gonna kill it, Guerdy. Come on, girl, you got this. Come on, you got this. This is how friendship works in my book.
Right there. Oh, wow. Yeah, I love it.
That was a small clip of event stylist Guerdy Abraira from the new season of the hit Peacock reality series Real Housewives of Miami, and she joins us now to dish on the new season. Thank you so much for joining us, Guerdy, here on Live in the Bay.
I am so excited to be here. I'm in South Florida, super hot. I'm sure it's a little cool over there.
It's slightly
Happy
cold.
holidays.
Happy holidays, Guerdy, and you are right. It's slightly cold over here in Northern California. But we just saw a small clip from Real Housewives of Miami. What was this season like for you as a whole?
It was a roller coaster, to be quite honest, explosive in every single way that you can think of. And to be honest, as a viewer, you will not want to blink, because I myself being, in the set with the girls, in the sense of like just us conversing about life itself, it's just created such an amazing bond between us, because the dynamics between us is really kind of interesting, and the things that are happening in each of our lives are really kind of chaotic at the same time, but it helped to bond us all together. So from the lows, to the lows, like Lisa's divorce, to the highest of Nicole's engagement, we were always there for each other through thick and thin, but not without some controversial battles, I'm gonna call it.
Well, Guerdy, we saw that in the clip, and then you just discussed it. Why were these bonds that you created with some of the women on set so important to you?
For me, my time is very important, and I'm like I said, I'm always booked, blessed, and busy. And so for me to spend that kind of time with people, it has to be meaningful, and I want a reciprocatory type of relationship. So if I give to you, I want you to give back to me. So this season, you're going to see me a little bit more forceful with the girls, demanding respect, demanding time, demanding for my voice to be heard. And it's challenging big time, because, some girls who have been around each other for 10, 15 years think that they're more entitled than others at times, and so you have to kind of put your foot down and be like, well, that doesn't mean that, quality over quantity is what I like to say.
I love that saying, and it does hold true. Quality over quantity. Now,
Sure.
Guerdy, in the new season, we see the process behind your recent Retreat magazine cover, and we see a more vulnerable Guerdy and relatable when it comes to body image. Tell me a little bit more about that.
I know. The thing is that there's a misconception in the sense of like someone looks slender and you think they're perfect, and it doesn't really work that way. It's all proportion area, I think, and it's all based on scale. So for me, I had two beautiful boys. One of them was a natural birth. The second one was an emergency C-section after being diagnosed with preeclampsia, and so I do have had, I'm going to say, a lot of stretch marks. I did have not the perfect body. And, you work at it and you create your own plan to say, what is going to make me happy? And in due time, I will reveal my before, pictures and my after, because I did definitely work on getting a little something, something that created my, my journey to me loving me 1,000%.
And like you said, loving yourself and that body happiness is so incredibly important.
Sure.
So I'm so glad that you were able to find that for yourself. Now, how has your family, Guerdy, impacted your career and your life as a whole?
Well, I mean, we're all in the thick of things. We're in the thick of things together. So my husband, who is very, very opposite of me, he's super quiet, calm, and very observing. He was actually part of my journey in this season for sure, because, I was really I'm the kind of person that never likes to say no. And so that definitely applied with my work. And he had to kind of tap me on the shoulder and was like, listen up, woman. We need you back at the house. And one thing that really kind of made me realize how important family is definitely, through Lisa's divorce news, where I realized, I'm like, wait a minute, is everything okay at home? And I had to check in, and I got some rude awakening, comments and just kind of feedback from my husband. But you know what? It is very important to be aware and to also want to be the best, to put your best foot forward. So that was really kind of a awakening moment for me, and you'll see that play out with the dynamic between myself and my husband and how we deal with my busy daily life.
Well, that's incredible, though, that you two were able to talk about it and come to a conclusion that was best for your family. Now, Guerdy, switching gears here, with a career that has graced many magazines, what is one of your favorite events you've ever done when it comes to being an event stylist?
I just like people who know how to take a chance and who want to, because I'm not a note taker, I'm an innovator. So when people hire me, they literally are hiring someone who's going to push the envelope, creatively speaking, to give their guests and their family members the best version of that couple's vision that there is. So my goal is to really kind of test the limits. I ask a lot of questions. I want to know what's in your couch, what's in your living room, because I want to replicate some of the aesthetics that you would pick out yourself and bring it into the wedding zone and have your guests say, oh my God, this is so John and Jenny, so that's the goal that I take. And so I don't consider myself a wedding planner. I don't consider myself a wedding designer. I'm an event stylist where I bring both planning and aesthetic together to create an amazing symphony.
And you do an incredible job.
So I'm not going to pick just one. I can't pick just one. I'm just going to say my favorites are the ones where it's executed to perfection, because I've got carte blanche to really execute the way I see it fit, being in the business for 20 years. So I think I have the right to kind of be a little bit more forward.
Yes, you've definitely earned that right. It's like you said, being in the business now for over 20 years. And speaking of, do you have a few entertaining tips for our viewers out there that could be simple and quick?
This holiday season, no matter what you're celebrating, happy holidays to you. But the goal is to definitely, if you're going to host, be the host or hostess with the mostest. So you definitely want to plan with intention. I think that a lot of people sometimes get a little shy about doing things that they really have in their mind, but they're like, oh, it's going to look like I'm showing off, so let me tone it down. I'm in the rule of less is more, but sometimes more is more. So be intentional with what your vision is. If you say to yourself, I see a saxophone player at the door, I see 6 waiters with bottle of champagne, then guess what? Do you, boo-boo? There's nothing wrong with that. I also love the fact that you can also include all your senses into the event experience. To me, it's experiential. So I want to taste, I want to listen, I want to smell. So make sure that you are, lighting up those candles. Make sure that you're feeding your guests amazing food and listening to some incredible background music, and just kind of create all this amazing senses where people are in the know and are in the actual event space fully, 100%. And I'm going to say lastly, just keep it very cozy. I think that a lot of times people just put a bunch of high top tables and think that it's a party. And for me, couch lounge seating is important. Creating little vignettes where people can kind of break away and have some small, intimate conversations. And I lied. The fourth and final point to me is for you to be giving this holiday season and be very mindful that not everyone is as blessed as you and I. And so for you to really kind of think of a way of paying it forward. So if it's asking for your guests in lieu of a gift or bringing a wine or whatever it is, please donate to, whatever charity is meaningful to you. So that to me is really important, because the holidays are the holidays, but if you bring it full circle, then it's the holidays, so it's the act of giving that matters.
Love those tips. Thank you so much, Guerdy. Those are super helpful. And we appreciate you joining us here on Live in the Bay. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays.